This week is a special one for an Army specialist from our area injured in Iraq back in 2003. A roadside bomb left James Fair blind. It took both of his hands and also caused severe brain and leg injuries. This week, he's learning to use a guide dog, and his family invited us into his home to see how he's doing. Ross Gadati joins us live with more. Ross.
You know, ever since we met James Fair, he has said that he wanted to use his situation and his physical challenges to help others. This amazing state-of-the-art home behind me, an example of that. It's a test bed for folks in James' situation. Well, ever on the vanguard of other things, James is now taking on training freedom guide dogs. For the first time in a long time, James Fair is out and about.
Right, I don't feel like I'm anchored to anybody else now. I can go out on my own.
It was an IED that stole James' sight in his arms in Fallujah, Iraq. And while he lives in a state-of-the-art home, it had become somewhat of a gilded cage for the young man. And then came a lab named Oakley from Freedom Guide Dogs. And for the last 2 months, James and Oakley have been training each other.
I didn't think he would adjust to me as well as he did. Even when he's not on a leash, he'll run around the house a little bit, but for the majority of the time, he's just laying right at my feet. He could be laying in a dead sleep. He hears me get up. He will pop his head up and start to get up.
Eric Lurie of Freedom Guide Dogs has helped James learn the ropes, and he tells me James has progressed incredibly and also is contributing enormously.
I was thinking, every day we meet, I was thinking, and he goes, let's try this and that, and it's been wonderful because he's made my job easier by all the inputs.
But while things are going great, it hasn't been easy.
All of the physical work, walking, and because I'm not used to walking as much as I have. And that tires me out a little bit, but I figured if I get up off the couch and walk around, it makes me feel pretty good.
But this is more than a story about training an animal. It's a tale about a young man, a new four-legged friend, and a lot of hope.
I've seen the biggest change in him in 2 weeks' time than what I've had in 3 years' time. It raised his spirits up. It got him to get up to do something.
I think he's going to give me more independence, and he's actually given me more confidence to be able to go and do things.
Raising and training a Freedom Guide dog costs about $25,000. This is, of course, a donation from someone local. Freedom Guide Dogs, meanwhile, is a nonprofit organization. You want to learn more about them or maybe contribute to them, check out this story on kdka.com. We have a web link. Finally, James says this dog is fantastic in every way. And he said, remember, this is a young man we're dealing with, he says it's a great chick magnet. Once a soldier, always a soldier. Reporting live in Ross Township, Ross Gadati, KDK TV.